Hi guys! We've got some more Bridezilla stories today. No, this is gonna be good. Okay, our first one is from RJMP, and they said no longer a bridesmaid, demoted out of the wedding. I mean, if we're dealing with a true Bridezilla here, that's probably a good thing. Okay, so I, 29 female, am a bridesmaid at my friend's wedding. Maid of honour booked the Airbnb out of state about a year in advance. Everyone paid the down payment for the Airbnb so she can book it. Fast forward a few months later, I found out I was pregnant. Oh, congratulations, that's wonderful. But I'm going to guess that the bride is going to have some issues with this, because that's just typical Bridezillas for you, isn't it? I told the bride and maid of honour that I won't be able to participate in the bachelorette anymore due to me being 39 weeks pregnant and won't be able to fly, which is, you know, sad, disappointing, but completely understandable and kind of out of your control, so surely they aren't going to react negatively to that. This week, all the bridesmaids got a text about the rest of the money being due for the Airbnb. She said, and I quote, "Regardless, going or not, I still need the rest of the money." Really? It's not like you dropped out just for no good reason. It's not like you just didn't feel like going. Like, how can she demand you pay the rest of the money when you genuinely can't go? It's not your fault. Like, I'm already getting angry. Oh god, okay. I texted the bride expressing how I don't think it is fair that I have to pay more money for this Airbnb I won't be staying at. Yeah, which is completely understandable. Now, I did plan on sending Venmo for decorations and food and drinks for the bride while they are on the bachelorette, which is more than you have to do. Like, that's already quite lovely and kind of you. But if she's going to be a bridezilla like this, don't do that. Don't do that. Well, the bride replied pretty much saying, if I can't contribute to all the wedding festivities, then I should just cut my losses and shouldn't be a bridesmaid anymore. Thank you. Thank you for the honour. I would love to take you up on that offer. Like, get out of there, honey. You have got a green light there to run for the hills, because, sweetheart, you do not want to be a bridesmaid. Not for a bridezilla like this, anyway. Honestly, it's all about the money for her, isn't it? If you can't afford to pay for all of the aspects of being a bridesmaid, then don't be a bridesmaid. Why do bridesmaids have to pay for everything? Like, who made that rule? Who made the rule up that bridesmaids pay for everything? Because, that hasn't been the case for me whenever I've been a bridesmaid. Like, I've never paid for anything as a bridesmaid. And I wouldn't expect my friends to pay if they were my bridesmaid. I don't know, maybe it's different in England, but yeah, I would pay for as much as I possibly could afford for my bridesmaids as a bride. But again, maybe it's different over here, I don't know. Tell me, guys, would you expect your bridesmaids to pay for everything if they were coming to your wedding? Or would you try to pay for some of it yourself? I mean, I can understand paying for, like, tickets to go for a weekend away together, that kind of thing. But it would obviously be completely optional whether or not they actually want to do that, and if they can afford it or not, you know. I wouldn't put any pressure on anybody, but I don't know, guys, what would you do? What's it like where you're from? Is it just expected that bridesmaids pay for everything? I don't know. She said if I wanted to be a bridesmaid, still paying for the Airbnb was what I signed up for as a bridesmaid. Was I wrong for not wanting to pay the $300 for a trip I wouldn't be participating at? No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all, honey. Between shower invites and Airbnb for the girls to stay at the night before and of the wedding, which, by the way, I told her I couldn't stay overnight since I'll have a newborn, but she still asked me for money, which I happily gave anyway. Why? Why did you give her money for something you're not going to do? Honestly, this woman only cares about your money. She doesn't care about you at all. Shoes for the wedding she specifically wanted, etc. Am I wrong to assume that she thinks her bridesmaid should pay for everything because that shows how committed I am to her wedding? Help. Honestly, yeah, it seems like she just wants money. I don't think she values your friendship at all. I think she values your money. And I get it. Weddings are super expensive, but if you can't afford it, don't have one. Wait until you can afford it. Like, don't just expect everybody else to pay for it for you. Honestly, this woman sounds super entitled. Bridezilla from hell. Anyway, No Faves said, congratulations, you have not been demoted. You have instead been promoted to wedding guest. After all, you now get full control over your wedding wardrobe. You get to sit in comfort during the ceremony. You'll be served food and drink at the reception, all for the low, low price of a thoughtful wedding gift. Yeah, see? I mean, she's not wrong. She's not wrong. It does seem like a bit of a punishment sometimes to be part of the bridal party. Oh. Cookie Girl said she wasn't demoted, she was set free. Not sure I'd make the trip for the wedding now. I'd stay home with my newborn. Yeah. Probably do that. Probably don't even bother going, because she sounds like she doesn't value your friendship very much, to be honest. Trin42 said, please grow a spine and stand up for yourself. She's showing/telling you that she doesn't care about you, only what you can give her. Yeah, it really does seem like she only cares about what she can gain from you, you know? A good, true friend is going to understand that your circumstances have changed and give you grace, not ultimatums. If you can't participate, you've supplied your share for everything else and she's still not happy, step down now or it's just gonna get worse. Yeah, honestly, like, if she's a real friend, she wouldn't be giving you ultimatums. She'd be giving you some options, you know? She might be put out. Maybe she's struggling with money, but she would try and do that as gracefully as possible. Like, if she said, honestly, I really understand exactly why you can't do A, B, C, and I wish that I could foot the bill, but I really cannot. Could you possibly help me out just a little bit? Then maybe you'd be more gracious about it. But this woman's just demanding money from you, which is actually ridiculous. And the OP said, thank you for this insight. And I already did, meaning grow a spine and stand up for herself, I assume. And not sure if I'm uninvited now, but I don't see how I can even go to her wedding and celebrating knowing what happened. Yep. Yeah, if you're not uninvited, I think I would uninvite myself, because she seems, like a bit of a nasty piece of work, Again, it doesn't seem like she values your friendship. It seems more like she values what she can gain from your friendship, so you're probably better off without her. But what do you think, guys? Do you agree? Do you think she should just not go to the wedding? Tell me, what's it like where you're from? Is there an expectation for people to pay their way when they come to your wedding, or is it expected that you pay for the majority of your guests at your wedding? Because here, generally speaking, you pay for the guests, but Anyway, we've got another Bridezilla story. This one is by Inevitable Ad. Bride is very unreasonable, or am I just the a-hole? Let's find out. My friend is getting married this summer. I have just been advised that we are required to be at her venue for 7 a.m. for hair and makeup. She is not having a ceremony this day, and the reception is in the evening. I mean, to be required to be there for 7 a.m. on a day that isn't actually the ceremony is a bit much. I have 2 small children and their preschool does not open until 7 a.m. and I am an hour away. I would be an hour late, which seems reasonable given your circumstances. I have asked the bride what the time slot is for hair and makeup and if I can be a little late so I can get my kids to school and be one of the last people to go. Again, we're coming up with solutions. We're thinking on our feet. We're thinking of ways to be reasonable about this. Let me guess. The bride is not going to be reasonable about this. There are about 8 people doing hair and makeup, but she refuses to tell me the time. Why would she refuse to tell you the time? I don't understand. That's just really petty. I mean, we like being petty, but not really, depends on the situation. I have asked her to simply ask the hair and makeup company if it would be an issue, and she also refuses to do this. How old is this woman? Like 5? Jesus. I am just told you're to be there at 7, so the time slot doesn't matter. You were sent a save the date a year ago. You are the only one causing me stress and making your problems my problem. And there is no excuse here. I have brought up the point that I am just sitting there for hours. Does this need to be such a big deal? These feel like fighting words to me. Honestly, I like to not surround myself with people who behave like this for a reason, because I would be saying some things that would end our friendship pretty quickly if my friends behaved like this, I'm not gonna lie. She basically told me if I'm not there for 7, I don't need to be in her wedding. Okay, thanks. Bye then, bitch. Am I too mean? Guys, am I too mean? Am I too judgmental? Does she deserve it? Yeah, she does, yeah. I have already purchased the dress. I just feel this is extremely unreasonable. You spend so much money to be in someone's wedding. There is no appreciation for this, and this is how they deem it acceptable to treat you with demands and ultimatums. Why does it seem like all brides are like this? Like, I know all brides are not like this, but it seems to be an unreasonably large number of people behave like this at the wedding. It's craziness. Guys, would you behave like this? Do you think you're going to be a bridezilla at your wedding? Were you a bridezilla at your wedding? Please tell me. Were you a groomzilla? Are you going to be a groomzilla? How many of these people actually exist? Because I feel like I've never met somebody this petty, or at least I'm not close enough to those people to have this happen to me. But genuinely, if somebody was this ridiculous with me, I'd just say, like, if somebody gave me that ultimatum, I would genuinely say, okay, I won't be in the wedding then. I don't care if I've already purchased a dress, I'll just send it back, Stick it on Vinted, eBay, I don't care, get rid of it. We don't need that drama in our lives, but, Anyway, we have an update. As the bride was saying to me, I am stressing her out, making my problems her problems, and refusing to take the hair and makeup people. Refusing to talk to the hair and makeup people. I took it upon myself to call the company, which is far too reasonable given the circumstances. I would have already wiped my hands of her, to be honest, but, good on you for not letting her get the best of you. They were very nice and told me it would be no problem at all to take me for 9 a.m. Each bridesmaid will have an hour with hair and then an hour with makeup. I informed the bride and I was told that I'm sneaky and selfish for contacting her vendor, and I went behind her back. This woman sounds like a nightmare, complete control freak, horrible, horrible human being. Like, take that opportunity to get out of the wedding. Take it and run, because you do not need this woman to be in your life. Wow. So she kicked me out of her wedding. Yay! Congratulations and celebrations. No, seriously though, congratulations. Run. I don't understand why I cannot contact a vendor and inquire about services I am paying for. Would it have also been an issue to ask about hair extensions or a certain updo or makeup look? I think this is so extreme and unnecessary for it to get to this. Yeah, no, it is extreme. It is extreme and it is unnecessary. And yes, she is a bridezilla, and no, you are not the a-hole. My goodness, you are not the a-hole. Guys, what do you think? Do you think she's the a-hole? Come on. She isn't. Seriously? In what world could she possibly be an a-hole in this situation? That bridezilla is the biggest a-hole. Oh my god. Guys, please tell me your thoughts. Because this one, I would be fighting. I would want to fight this woman, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I wouldn't actually, but I would fight with my words, you know? Gah. Okay. Tokyo Phoenix said, "This is seriously entitled. It's giving, this is my day and your silly life, things like children have to be set aside for it. How do you think that your life is so much more important than everybody else's? This is crazy. Her being late is literally not going to impact anything about the day. If she goes early, she's literally just going to be sat there waiting around anyway. So why are you being such a bitch about it? Like, this person doesn't sound like a good or supportive friend. I totally get wanting everyone to start together, but surely the better option would be to discuss with the bridesmaids before committing to a time. The bride knows you have 2 small children but didn't even consider how this impacts your schedule. My response would be, as I've already said, I have to take my children to preschool for 7 a.m, so can get to you for 8 a.m. I'd love to continue being a bridesmaid and support you on your big day, but taking my children to school is not a flexible part of my schedule." That is very grown up. Well done. I would not be able to say that. I don't know. Like, honestly, I would not be able to bite my tongue with this woman. I would get so angry at her. Guys, how would you react to this? Like, would you end up having a fight with this woman? Not physical, but verbal, maybe. Would you drop out of the wedding? Because I surely would. I really, really would. Or would you be able to be diplomatic and grown up and polite about it like Tokyo Phoenix? Because I don't think I could, honestly. On X Redditor said, "She's willing to ditch you over the fact that you would be an hour late. There's your answer." Yellow Frog said, "Not even late, considering you can't do hair and makeup for 8 persons in an hour. She would just be amongst the last to go." Yeah, like, honestly, this is not a friend. This woman does not care about you in the least. Like, if she does, she is really bad at showing it. Like, no, you are not being unreasonable. The bride is being very unreasonable. You are not the a-hole. The bride is most definitely the a-hole and a complete bridezilla. I think I need to go and give my cats some attention because they are being so cheeky. Thank you guys. Bye. What did you think of the post we discussed today? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.